And what a beautiful experience. Number one, Nepal is just so, they like working hard, they like putting in effort, and they're not scared of hard work. Well, hello, my beautiful people, and welcome to another episode of Ahle Ishq. That's right, my name is Shahzad Shah, and this is a show in which we endeavor to look into the beauty of words. Now, since this is only the second show, you might not know that a lot of the poems and paragraphs and passages that we discuss in this show are mainly from the Sufi scriptures. However, today I have a very interesting song, so let's get right into it. Now, the song that I have today is basically called Madari, which is from Coke Studio, India. It's sung by Vishal Dadlani and Sonu Kakkad. But you know what? Before I get into this, I'd like to share with you a story. And this is a story from Kathmandu, Nepal. So me and my friends, we basically visited Nepal. This is about maybe 3-4 years ago, 5 years ago or thereabouts. And what a beautiful experience. Number one, Nepal is just so simple. And it's just so, I mean, what you see is what you get. You know, there's no pretense, I suppose. And another thing about Nepal that we noticed that women were actually very strong and they were working women. In fact, when we were coming back from, when we were getting in from the airport, you know, we literally saw a woman with a gas cylinder, just holding it up like this big of a gas cylinder, just holding it up and carrying it up the hill. By up the hill, I don't know. I certainly don't mean up Mount Everest, but it was very slopey. And we just kind of got the idea that the women here, especially, just as the men are, they like working hard. They like putting in effort, and they're not scared of hard work. One of the places that we went to in Kathmandu was Pasupati ka Mandir, which is actually the temple of Pasupati, and which was such an interesting experience because really, for the first time in my life, I saw that there is a religious institution that covers to more than one belief system. So basically, that temple had both Hindus worshipping to their gods and had both Buddhists worshipping as well, which was very interesting for me, the fact that one building can hold two religions. But to be clear, both Hinduism and Buddhism are not considered religions. They are considered philosophies. And really, this is what I love about the song today, that it combines both the Sanskrit ideas as well as the Sufi ideas. So let's get right into it. The song is, of course, Madari, and it starts off with this is such a beautiful song. Madari, Madari, Madari mera tum, main jammura re jammura, jammura re. So basically, we're just talking about master, the Madari. Master, master, oh master, you are my master. I'm an obedient assistant, an obedient assistant. It's worth pointing out that specifically within such scriptures, I don't see that obedience coming out of a sense of fear. You know, that if you don't do this, then this is what will happen to you eventually. It comes out from a place of love, if anything. You know, your drum beats, the peacock of my mind dances intensely. It's so pretty, so beautiful. Then he goes on, and now this is Vishal Dadlani's part, we're on still. He says, Teri vani ke dam par, jag sara bhage aage pache. On the strength of your voice and on the strength of your words, the entire world runs hither and thither. Thither or tither, either one. So basically, it's talking about the strength which I'm just so lucky to witness and to experience from you, the light, the love, that anything you say and your words, they can just shake the whole world if you wanted to. But I'm just in awe of that love. Now, again, let's be clear about something. Everything we do in Ahle Ishq, which is reactions to some of these songs and kalams, is basically my interpretation, how I feel about them. And with the power of the internet now, a single video or a single word can reach all across the world, you know, And everyone just has such individual personal experiences, and I'd love to hear yours. But again, this is my interpretation and my experience with these songs. Tu hi dhare muskaan ki booty, chirtan tu ashwan ki phuar, tu hi dhare sagar ka thela, tu hi bhare nadiya mein dhar. You are the one who holds the medicine, the herbs of smiling, the keys to happiness. You're a spray, a fountain of youth. You're the one who takes care of the seas, and you're the one who gives flow to the rivers. Now, this is the part where I feel that it changes over from Sanskrit to Sufism. This is in fact Sonu Kakkad, and Sonu Kakkad in fact is the eldest sister of Neha Kakkad, who you know to have many hits in the world of Bollywood. So did Sonu, and in fact, to be completely honest with you, I had a huge crush on Sonu Kakkad back in the day. I was actually lucky enough to interview her as well as part of working for radio, and she was just absolutely brilliant. Now, what is about to follow is in fact a kalam by Baba Bulle Shah, who is considered one of the Sufi saints, who also has a shrine in Pakistan, which I've been to personally, and it's such an experience because you see qawwali artists sitting down, just playing for the people, just playing for Baba Bulle Shah. So here it goes. Aji log makke nu jaanve te asa te jana takht hazare, tu jis wal yar us wal kaaba te asa phol kataba chare. Beautiful. I'm not sure if the Punjabi accent is coming out right. So basically, Baba Bulle Shah Sahib said that people who go to Hajj, towards Mecca to do Hajj, but I'm going to the throne, the shrine of Hazare instead. Now, that is where his beloved lives. And again, in Sufism, as we talked about in the first show, the beloved can be up to your interpretation. Even Ustad Nusrat Ali Khan Sahib once said in one of his interviews that whenever I talk about my beloved, I am talking about God, but it's completely down to the listener. It depends on you that how you want to perceive it. Now, I'm going towards the throne of Hazare instead. In whichever direction is your beloved, that's the direction of the Kaaba, of the prayer. We have read and scrutinized the books. Wow. Oh, this is one of my favorite parts. And this is when she actually breaks out into song, as if there's a banshee who's just singing across the empty desert. Absolutely brilliant. So Baba Bulle Shah, in fact, is trying to describe a scene that whereby my happiness and my giving back to people is about people around me being happy, and living their best life, so to say. Bricks are clanging, the dukhar is playing. The stove is heating up with food. This is just food for everyone. Aar fakir te kha javan razi hove bulla. Fakirs, the mystics, the travelers, the poets, the martyrs, they may come, have food, be merry, and then go wherever they want. So just imagine this scene. It's kind of this open air thing, right? And food is cooking and the music is playing. Everyone is welcome. Come, enjoy, sing, have your food, and then you could carry on with your journey. Oh, just love it. And then Vishal comes back. Teri rukhi, sukhi rukhi, kha ke dekha, har ek nivala amrit lage. Now, this is going back from Sufism into the Sanskrit. And nevertheless, they are still referring to the same being, which is absolutely beautiful. So now he's saying, I've tried your plain, simple food, and every bite now feels like the elixir of immortality. Wow. By your graces, every person's bad luck and poor destiny becomes into good luck. Now, he did talk about luck there, but then he goes on and also talks about the importance of hard work, in my personal opinion. Jitna bharle khilone mein chabi, itni uski raftar. तू चलाता है जीवन का मेला, तू ही सुने हम सब की पुआर. So they're saying, you know, one of those toys you had, which you had to wind up and then it started going. So he's saying, you know, if you just, you know, do it once, you know, the toy will just go a certain distance and stop. But if you do it more and more and you fill it up, the toy will go on much longer, which I think is an analogy for life and for the effort that you put into life. Having said that, it is you, and it's talking about the Almighty. It is you who runs the circus of this life, this grand, beautiful theater. And you're the one who listens to our prayers as well. So just a great song, and just a coming together of different ideas and different cultures. But having said that, both these cultures referring to the same thing and talking about the beloved, you know, of how it is because of love, you know, that we have this connection, and there is absolutely nothing else between us except love. And again, as mentioned earlier, this is something that you could take as your beloved, as a real person, your mother, your father, your girlfriend, your husband, your wife, or you could also take it towards the idea of a supreme being. It is completely down to your interpretation. Now, so this has been my little interpretation of Madari, which I think is absolutely brilliant. And have a listen to it. And watch out for that Sonu Kakar part, because she absolutely smashes it. Well, this has been the second episode of Ahle Ishq. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we have much more where that came from. Keep checking out the Leena Shah YouTube channel, as well as you could download the Leena Shah app. You could find it on Android. You could find it on the App Store. So just search for the Leena Shah in the stores, and then you can listen to us 24 hours a day, uninterrupted. Great music, great shows. I'll see you next time.